racing stuff, and they have races all over the country, and I do a lot of them. I met a lot of people and race with a bunch of people and done a whole lot of engine swaps.
I know this is maybe an obvious question, but do you have a favorite course out there?
These West Coast courses are pretty fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. I like Thunderhill a lot, and Infineon / Sears / whatever else it's called.
Right.
/ we can't sell the name of the stadium or the track, so yeah.
What is it called now?
Officially, it's called Sonoma.
It's Sonoma Raceway.
Sonoma Raceway, or Sonoma Race, whatever, yeah. But,
I can't not call it Sears Point.
Yeah, I call it Sears Point.
I usually call it Sears Point.
Yeah.
There's a track in West Virginia, just out of D.C. was where I first started doing track days before I got into this whole racing thing. It's called Summit Point.
Summit Point.
Summit Point Raceway.
In West by God, Virginia.
Hell yeah. It's backwoods, but it's only about an hour and a half from D.C.
Okay.
But it's like kind of a circus track, a carnival. It's like if a carny built a racetrack, a road racing track.
It'd be that.
It'd be that. It's got a big old concrete carousel where you go in and...
You're not kidding.
It's got get on the carousel and you go around. It's got
a cotton candy machine.
a third of a mile straight that basically terminates in a jump.
No kidding.
You're like wheels off the ground for certain cars.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they have deer strikes because they never put up appropriately high deer fences. So every race that we ever raced out there was like a deer through the windshield.
I thought you were going to say every year somebody blah, blah, blah. But every race that you've been there,
Every race I've been there, almost every track day I've been there. They do SCCA and NASA events there, and you see Corvettes with flattened windshields.
Wow.
Yeah. It's good times.
Okay.
It's always exciting.
That sounds like fun. But the West Coast courses, we do a pretty good job out here, huh?
They do a good job. And the driving talent here is pretty deep, pretty good.
That's good to hear.
Everybody races here.
Yeah.
It's California. Everybody's got some background other than this crap can stuff.
Everybody does everything in California.
Maybe even better.
It is a place here where we can feel like we can do anything we want.
I'm new to this area. I'm coming out here. I'm moving out here, and that's kind of how I feel. I come here, and it's like it's bright and shiny, and
you can do whatever you want.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you feel that way, man, because that's really what we do out here. I can't. It's hard for me to say because I didn't grow up elsewhere, so I can't say, well, it's not like that in other places. But originally, I'm from Guam. And I just remember when I would go to Guam, as a kid, to go visit my family, and people would say, we'd talk about whatever thing, I don't know what, shoot, it's hard to even imagine. Like whatever wheels and tires were in style on people's cars. And I'd go, man, those are ugly. Why don't you get Trues and Vogues? Why don't you get Dayton Wires? I'd say something like that. And people would say... Yeah, we can't get those out here.
Yeah. Right.
What do you mean we can't get those out here?
Shipping.
Yeah, like I couldn't even fathom the thought of we can't do it. We can't do it. We can't get it. We can't. And growing up in California, growing up anywhere in the continental United States, of course you can get anything you want. But just the attitude here that we can do and have, obtain and create anything that we want is just, it's one that I couldn't imagine otherwise. So, welcome to California, Doug.
Thank you, John.
DC Doug will be, he'll be Cali Doug anytime now. In a minute.
Man, Doug should tell you about his epic road trip, because that's pretty interesting, too. It involves racing, but this was voted one of the top 5 road trips of all time. And it nearly killed the man.
And it did.
Yeah, and it did. He actually hasn't raced since he had to stop the road trip. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, Doug, what was the nature of your trip?
Well, it was actually